Hello everybody, Marian here. So today I want to make a video about Minato, the Sage mode, the newest SP that we recently got. It's a young melee and it says that he's has the limited tag. We didn't receive any disclosure about this. What does limited means? Or timed, yeah, timed. But aside from other ninjas that we got, this one has the first skill at level 4. So no other ninja has a level 4 skill. We had some theories. I think timed means either that is going to be very rare, but that shouldn't be the case because he will be available in SP Summon and Ichiraku. It shows right here. He will be able to on SP Special Summon on the 13th, also on Ramen Ichiraku as well. So I don't think that's the case. Another thing that we thought about is perhaps the next banner of him, he will have a different skill leveled up to level 4. So right now he has the first skill on level 4, but maybe the next banner he will have the second or the third one or the fourth one. I don't know. Anyway, let's jump on the skills. I want to open from here. So let's start with this first skill. His first skill, it's an AoE damage, and it deals 126 T damage, taijutsu damage, and plus 6% of HP cap. So right ahead I'm thinking about this guy has to have high health, right? The higher HP you have on him, the higher damage it will deal. Also, it creates a barrier after it deals the damage. This barrier can absorb damage equal to 50% of the skill damage amount dealt by the caster. So if you deal like let's say 4 million damage, you get a 2 million barrier. Also with this barrier, so after you cast this skill, this barrier will act like a protect. He will protect the allies, right? He will take only 80% of the damage they receive, and no, actually he will take 75%, so he won't take the full damage from the allies. The allies basically reduce damage by 80%. So it's a very good skill. In which kind of teams would you run that? You could run it on the fast teams, because if you do it on fast teams, he will cast this skill, right? And you will get the barrier, and this guy will absorb damage for your team. But also on his third skill, right, which is passive, he will store damage, and he will release it when he will release the first skill. So if this Minato is slow, right? He will deal more damage when he will release the first skill. But of course, I would put slow on him as a jutsu, right? Because he will get more HP, right? He will deal more damage, and also he will be slow, he will be taking damage, will store that damage and will release it. So it's gonna release more damage with this one. But also this passive skill, it has a high cooldown, but that doesn't matter. Usually the games are decided between round 1 and round 4. If we talk about fast young burst teams, right? But these skills, all allies gain 20% boost to defense, which is pretty good. It's like Sarada's passive, right? She gives 20% defense as well, and also you get a boost to control resist, which is also pretty good because lately I've seen a lot of crowd control teams, right? With Kawaki and with Kushina, the water one, and that's a pretty good thing to have. Like 15% control resistance is not that bad. It lasts 4 turns and it cannot be removed. That's pretty good defensive tool for your entire team. His second passive, 40% HP, 20% attack, 15% damage reduce. It's pretty good. He lacks the critical rate. Also, him being a melee doesn't benefit from critical rate on the guild PvP skills. So it will be kinda hard to build the critical rate on him. It's like Shisui. Shisui has speed. Shisui is worse on this passive, but he doesn't have high critical rate, right? I have my Shisui here and it's I have only 65% on him. It's not that high. He gets 10 more from this equipment, right? No, this one. He gets 10 more from this one. It's not that much. Like I told you, from PvP skills, you don't have the critical rate on melee. You have the critical damage. Range units benefit from this critical in PvP. So he will have a pretty low critical rate, but you can equip Otsutsuki set on him, and you can get like 10% crit rate. It can be higher if I'm not mistaken. It's 15%, right? 15% if you get to the red ones. So yeah, that could cover the critical deficit that he has. Alright, back to Minato and his passive. Very interesting here. He counters with basic attack, and the basic attack deals an additional taijutsu damage equal to 1% of his HP cap. So again, how would you want to build this? In my opinion, I would build this with stiffness, that gives me HP boost, and slow. Would I put it in my fire team? Maybe yes, maybe replacing Shisui. He's a very good defensive ninja, and it can also deal a lot of damage. I played his event with the legendary ninja. He did pretty good there. Honestly, with this team here, I don't think how will you ever lose having this team, right? How will you ever lose with this Sakura healing you all the time, and the basic attack, I believe it will heal you as well, heal the team, right? Yeah. See, it did heal on the counter attack. So if you have Sakura SP, you will get healed by the counter attack of Minato as well. It's not that much, but I mean, if you would run a Sakura with a lot of heal potential and Yamanaka, you get a lot of barriers, a lot of barrier value. Look at this, man. How can you lose with this team? You can never lose with this team. It's way too good. He didn't do that much damage, but he provided a lot of defense for the team, as well as Ishiki the tank, right? So yeah, pretty good unit, a pretty good unit. And this already discussed, right? This already discussed. His last passive, he has a HP threshold where he will cast the first skill. If he drops below 80%, if he drops below 60%, and 40% for the first time in battle. The thing is, if he gets bursted, he might skip some of these phases. I know this because Kawaki has the same mechanic in his passive, right? And sometimes you can just outright kill Kawaki and he will not cast anything, because the game will calculate the HP remaining after the damage received, right? So if I deal 50% damage to this guy, I think it will skip the 80% thing and will only calculate for the 60%. Therefore he will cast only once the skill, not 2 times. And upon a foe's death, Minato restores 20% of its HP, triggered only once per foe, even if it dies multiple times in the same turn. So it will heal some HP if he kills enemies, but it will count only once. At 20% is not that bad either. And it has some enhancement here, right, on the pattern. You will also heal Minato when allies are killed, and 85 and level 85 revives one time and casts skill after reviving. This is pretty good because you are sure that he has one revive, right? That he will always revive at least once, except if he cannot revive inflicted, right? After that, if he gets that inflicted, he will not be able to revive. If you're not taking too much damage, if you're not getting bursted down, right, you can cast this one time at 80%, one time at 60%, one time at 40%, and with the pattern when you revive. So you can cast the first skill 4 times, which is pretty good. Also keep in mind the damage he received, it's stored with this passive, and he will deal to one target 100% of the stored damage, right? So 1 time 0.5 of the damage taken he will inflict to the highest attack. So basically he will trigger your enemy, he will go after your enemy highest attack, your enemy damage dealer. His passive is pretty good. He gets some basic stats: HP 20%, attack 15%. And the thing that we didn't have so far is this part of the aura. It's going to be active no matter if you put it in the slots or not. So this is a very good boost to this character. And if you do equip the aura, he will have a 50% chance to inflict one stack of Toad Mark to attacker when attacked. This Toad Mark is like Jiraiya's Toad Mark. It will trigger on crits and will deal 4% of caster HP cap. So again, you have to put a lot of HP in this one. Now, it's not necessarily to run slow. If you want yours to be faster, if you want to cast this barrier here, right? But if you put slow, he will deal more damage. The more HP he has, the more damage it will deal. Also, its basic stats, you can see here, a lot of HP, a lot of defense as well, and his attack is okay-ish. It's not that big, but look at this BP here. It's so big. No other character has it like that. I think the highest I saw so far it touch, I think, close to 800. This is the highest I've seen so far, right? That is because HP gives a lot of BP, right? That's why he has this high BP. His Nin tool. After gaining the barrier, Minato gains 10% boost to damage reduce and a 10% boost to defense, which lasts 2 turns. One thing that I don't know here is how many turns does this barrier last. I don't know for sure because it doesn't state here. I believe it lasts 2 turns, so you can regain the barrier on the 3rd turn, right? So it's better if you go first to have a barrier, right, that you will benefit on the 1st turn. If this Minato is slow, you will only benefit from the barrier on the 2nd turn because you are attacking 2nd. Even so, it's pretty good. The X plus 20. When Minato protects allies when he has the barrier, he only needs to take 70% of the damage he absorbs. So he will get a little less damage from the damage he absorbs. Level 30, higher damage, which is pretty good, 136. It's not that much, but with the 7% of HP cap, that's pretty big. 7%, it can be almost like 1 million damage, right? So the damage you deal here plus 1 million or something, and it's AOE. It's pretty high. And the barrier damage equal to 60% of the skill damage amount, and an improved barrier. Level 35, you get an HP boost, which is pretty good. When you are building this character, you will always have to visualize it like that. You get HP, you gain resistance, of course, because you have more HP, you can take more hits, but also you get damage when you get HP. So pretty much you should always focus on HP on this guy. Always focus on HP. He has damage reduce, right? It's pretty good. Has damage reduce like Itachi. And crit res from the Nin tool, which is also pretty good, making him a lot more tankier. He can tank more, he can deal more damage back, he survives more, he puts the barrier more times, it gives your team more defensive options. Level 40, again an HP boost. Minato's basic attack have a 20% chance to inflict stun one turn on his targets. This is not that important. I think this effect it's kinda doing nothing, because after the enemy attacks, right, you can basic attack with a counter attack, right? So when you counter attack, you are already attacked, right? I mean, you can stop a combo, but that's it. You cannot do more. And 20%, it's a low percentage. This upgrade, I don't know, feels kinda useless to me. And level 45, another HP boost. The cast of Ras and Flash Super Circle Dance Howl Stage 3, level 4, is not influenced by any control effects. So this means you don't have to worry about your Minato getting CC'd, right? It's pretty good. It's not that big deal, but it's okay. It's okay. Overall, a pretty good defensive ninja. I would use it, right? I would use it in my fire team. I didn't have enough gold when this banner came, because I'm already doing this Itachi banner and this Sasuke banner right at the same time, so I didn't have enough gold to do Minato banner as well. Well, that's it for the ninja review from my point of view. If you have any things to add, or if you don't agree with everything I said, you can leave it in the comments. Goodbye, have a nice day.